A new breakthrough from Ouster is set to revolutionize AI perception. Ouster's Rev 8 sensor introduces the world's first native color LiDAR, and it's a total game changer. Because the Rev 8 is built on its L4 silicon and the system is stacked. It delivers 1 million pixels, 48-bit color, and a 116 decibel dynamic range, and operates seamlessly from 1 lux to 20 million lux. By embedding Fujifilm's color science directly into the sensor, it eliminates the need for separate cameras and post-processing. But what really makes this sensor stand out is that the Rev 8 platform captures geometry and color through a single optical path. That enables precise recognition of objects like brake lights, road signs, or even identifying the hue of vegetation without relying on a separate camera. By combining geometry and color into one system, the company claims that the Rev 8 marks the emergence of a new technological paradigm for machine vision. And if you want your design to set an industry standard, you'll need the right parts. And there's no better place to find them than Mouser Electronics. Phoenix Contact XT terminal blocks are engineered to streamline panel building by reducing installation time and simplifying maintenance in modern control systems. The terminal blocks enable fast, tool-free wiring for stranded, solid, and ferruled conductors in both manual and automated processes. Featuring PushX technology with a pre-tension spring, they allow effortless insertion and secure connections with audible and visual feedback. The series includes multiple configurations such as feed-through, multi-conductor, and double-level blocks, all compatible with the clip-line system. Rated for 15 amps and 300 volts with a 22 AWG to 14 AWG range, the Phoenix Contact XT terminal blocks are designed to streamline panel building. They enable space-saving designs across railways, factory automation, machine building, and data centers. Check them out today by visiting Mouser.com or by clicking the link below. How does a terminal block that requires no tools work? To explain, we present David's Corner.
Hey Andy, ready to see one of the coolest things you've ever seen? Check this out. What you just saw was a snap-in connector. Now most terminal blocks have either screw terminals, where you have to use a screwdriver and twist, or you have to be able to press the screwdriver in and angle it for a cage clamp to be able to release and insert the wires. But this one is a snap-in connector, and what that means is that all we have to do is just apply a little bit of force, and this works for solid or stranded wires if they're large enough. We just press in with a little bit of force until we hear a click, and this is securely fastened. You know what this is really cool for is automated assembly of panels, where either a robot or some sort of pick and place machine can grab the wires and plug them in and insert them easily without having to have a second hand for a screwdriver, which is almost always required. This is a really cool development for panel builders. Andy, back to you.
Alright, it's time to adjust your knowledge gains in our SmartBit quiz with our 3 control automation questions. The questions are scored using actuator output percentage, and today we'll be testing your knowledge on real versus simulated systems. Let's begin with our first question worth 25%. During testing, the simulation runs perfectly, but the real system shows noise and delays. Which system includes real-world noise, delays, and disturbances? Is it A, simulation model, or B, physical control system? And the answer is B, physical control system. Real systems include sensor noise, actuator delays, and environmental disturbances that simulations often idealize or approximate. Okay, let's move on to our next question worth 25%. A simulation blasts through extreme failures while a real system is tested cautiously. Which system is faster for testing extreme fault conditions safely? Is it A, simulation model, or B, physical control system? And the answer is A, simulation model. Simulations can safely test edge cases like overloads or failures without damaging hardware. Okay, let's move on to our final question worth 50%. During testing, the simulation runs smoothly at any speed, but the real system only works correctly when strict timing and hardware limits are met. Which system requires real-time hardware constraints to function correctly? Is it A, simulation model, or B, physical control system? And the answer is B, physical control system. Real systems must respect timing, computation limits, and physical response delays. Want to try again? Just click the link on your screen and be sure to check out our other Automator's Edge videos for the latest in control automation.